We'll talk with Kevin Harlan coming up in the next hour as well. Sam, you good? You with us?
I'm here.
There he is.
Good.
Hey.
I'm with you all.
Hi.
He's in the building. He's in the building.
In the building.
Yeah.
No, we did a game together not too long ago.
We did. We did the Texas spring game,
We did.
as a matter of fact.
We did.
I will say this, though. Let me just complain a little
Ruh-roh.
bit. So we were both.
Sam, what?
It's too high for him, Kirby. Turn it down.
Sam, what'd
So
you
we
do?
were-
She's all leaned back now.
I know. I don't need to get comfortable because Donna's a little bit too comfortable. And she hasn't told me any about what she's about to say.
Well, so
First of all, I'm sorry.
we were both on the
It wasn't
field.
my fault.
Yes.
Oh, I know
we
where
were
she's going
both
with
on the
this.
field. Well, I was tethered. So I didn't get to walk around and walk in the benches and listen to coach like he did. Now,
It was my first game.
Right.
I didn't even know what tethered meant.
yes.
You know what I
And
mean?
I'm like, hold on. Why are you in the middle of the field, Acho? And
Hey,
you're like, well,
I
this
was
is just
like-
where I go.
I was like
I'm
right behind the
"Aw."
coach. I didn't even care. I was like, hey, whatever they would let me do, I did.
Yes.
Presidential treatment.
Now,
baby.
he's a Texas guy, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I understand you got to take care of your own. So we're going to talk about Texas
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it was interesting, too. Obviously, SEC girl, SEC guys, we're in Nashville. It's SEC country. Texas now joining the SEC. What is the talk within the fan base, alum, and all of that on this move first?
Fear is a good word.
Come on, man.
No. I mean, in all
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, in all reality, I mean, Texas has struggled for a decade.
Yeah.
If we're just being real. And then
Yeah.
even this year, have a new coach, and you still struggled. And so I think Sark is getting the team ready for the SEC. Right? One thing he said after early in the season, he said, you can't be afraid to be the bad guy. They went to Arkansas, and they kind of were shell-shocked, right? Don't be afraid. You're going to be the bad guy. I remember when I was at Texas, right? We went to the national championship, and we, played in the Fiesta Bowl and won the Fiesta Bowl, played in the Holiday Bowl, all these things. You can't be afraid to be the bad guy. And so I think what Sark is trying to build is a bully. That's what he's trying to build. Now, there might be people who haven't understood that mindset. That's why you've seen over 30 transfers, over 30 new people in that program. Because he's building the bully. He was at Alabama for a couple years, so he gets what it's like to be in the SEC. He coached in the NFL. And so that's the change that's happening. I'm actually glad that Texas isn't going in the SEC this year. It might be a couple years because it'll give them time to understand what it's like to be the bully.
Because you have to recruit differently, right? Like
Absolutely.
you recruit differently to play the Pac-12 schedule. I mean, the Big 12
Absolutely.
schedule as opposed to an SEC schedule.
Absolutely.
And that's a great point. So now you have more time to get more of those guys.
And that's the first thing that he said when we were at the spring game, Don. We were there together, and he talked about the players need to look different. Defensive line, we need them to look different. And he just came from Alabama, so he knows what real defensive linemen look like.
So,
and Texas has some guys, right? Keandre Coburn is one of those guys. Like, they got some guys. Tavondre Sweat is one of those guys. But you need more than just the first, Moro Ojimo. They have guys, but you need more guys. That's the thing.
when you talk about guys looking like they belong in the SEC, it is a different look. And then your time when you were playing in Texas, you guys had a different look. I knew your strength coach, Mad Dog. He was a different type of animal, and that's what they got to get. So it's going to take a lot more than just the staff. It's going to take everybody to get these guys engulfed in what the SEC is.
Yeah, and it's really recruiting because all these, quote, SEC – I'm putting it in quotes for y'all because I'm not an SEC person.
Not yet, huh?
But and I will never be.
Oh!
I will never be.
You and Danny
Gotta
Cannell.
convert you,
have
man.
to be now.
Don, I will
Your
never be.
school is now
No, all right.
an SEC.
Because when I was playing, we were the. No, Don, I'm not gonna fall into this whole SEC trap. This SEC, dare I say, bias? Can I like
Oh,
throw a
here
little
we
fire?
go.
SEC, no, I'm playing. SEC's got people. SEC is bias. No, I'm kidding. So here's why.
We got to get you and Danny Cannell on at the same
Yes.
time.
Oh,
Just-
geez.
all of y'all's quote unquote SEC talent, where'd they come from? A lot of them from Texas,
Yeah.
right?
Very true.
I
And so
know. Texas can't keep them.
Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M, number one recruiting class, and so, but why? So they can compete against the SEC.
Yeah.
And so I think the talent is there.
Yeah.
You need to keep the talent.
Yeah.
You need to coach the talent. You need to recruit the talent, right? The talent is there. Don't have them go to. If specifically you're talking about Texas, a lot of them are going to A&M. That's why A&M has the number one recruiting class. And so, anyways, recruit differently, coach differently. And then your mindset has to change and say, you know what? I don't care if they hate me, if they boo me. That's what they talked about. A lot of the players were shell-shocked. You walk in Arkansas, remember the Big 8. There's a big rivalry. They hate it. Like Jerry Jones still doesn't like Texas players. He's an Alabama captain, all these things.
Yeah.
Right? And so that mindset has to change.
Yeah.
Like that horns down is okay. You're going to see it everywhere in the SEC, right?
I'm going to leave now. Don just did the horns down in my heart.
Oh, no, I was just like
You're still doing it, Don. You're still doing it, Don. Everything was good.
See, what I love about that, listen, I'm a UT grad, man, and I don't have to take a dig at you because she's doing it. And Ramon Foster told me to tell you hello also.
Okay, so you say you're a UT, the fake UT, though.
Oh, here it goes.
Now, see, Acho, we just hit on a good level right there.
Okay, no, so we both be the UT? Because I went to UT. So where did you go?
I went to the University of Tennessee. the UT. You know,
I've never heard anybody. We watch you watch the games. Have you heard anybody on any of these games say, "I went to the University of Tennessee"? No, you maybe the Ohio State.
Listen, the vibes that you brought over was so good. I was like, man, I can't wait to meet this brother, man.
I just was confused because you said I went to UT, and I'm like, oh, nice, you went to Texas, but then you.
That's my man.
You see what he's doing?
So let's lock it up then.
Yeah.
It's all.
It's going to be fun.
We both went to UT. Okay, is that fair?
We went to schools
yes.
that resemble
they both went to UT.
each other.
One's the
decade.
real one. Y'all can talk about that later.
I was trying to throw you one there, man.
But I don't really want it like that. I don't really want it like that. He know I don't want no bone like that. He won't let me throw him a little bone like that.
What bone were you trying to throw me?
I'm just saying. I extended my hand.
I
extended
wasn't a
olive
bone.
branch.
I don't know what that was. The olive
Now, what happened to my hand on the way over? Like
that was a rotten.
I'm just,
you know what I mean?
This is, but you know what? This is a nice little preview.
Don, I was about to
Texas
go somewhere,
and
I didn't want it because I really would have ruined the whole conversation. Talk about where Tennessee ranks in the SEC.
Hey, we just like you guys. At the bottom of the dumpster trying to climb our way out.
We both went to UT. Can we just agree on that?
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Just for now. I did so.
But this is why people outside of like the southern region don't understand college football like this, right? Like this is why it's great.
Yeah.
To be able to have conversations.
Right, and I was a basketball guy, but I still feel so wholeheartedly the same way he does about his schools.
Yeah, and Ramon is great. Ramon Foster is great. And even Dan Williams. I didn't even
Big
like
Dan.
Big Dan. I played with Dan Williams in Arizona. Yeah, and I didn't realize like that was the first time I heard someone outside say UT.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about it that way, right?
Which
like
is funny.
everywhere to me, Texas was UT.
Yeah.
Then he was like, and Dan, Dan, real happy boy. Hey, man. He was like, I went to the real UT, and I'm like, huh?
No, I mean, like,
what do you mean? Yeah, I was confused.
That will be a thing. Because I don't think either
thing.
fan base understands that. Because I went somewhere in Texas, and my kid was taking a visit somewhere, and people were saying calling Texas UT, and I didn't comprehend that.
You know what, though? I think he hit on something key, though, man. Like, those guys got to really change their mentality going in the SEC because even with them being in the Big 12 and Texas being who Texas is, as many places you go and they're hated, they got a fan base that travels in their love.
Yes.
That's not going to be able to travel like that in the SEC because they only got their own fan bases, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be hated like that, man. And I don't know if you guys can be hated. We okay.
Well, we have to learn. We have to learn it. You're so right. We have to learn that. That's what Sark was trying to bring. Like you have to learn that. Like if you want to win, Don, you're a parent, right? So like there are certain things like children need to be guided, right? It's not just like I'll just let my kid run around and just see if it works out.
Right.
No, it's not going to work out, right? Like there are certain principles that you know what I mean? So it's like hey, like if we want to win, there are certain principles that align with winning.
Yeah.
Right? Some of those things are discipline, trust, loyalty, right? Hard work. These things align with winning.
Yeah.
If you don't get aligned, you will not be successful. Right. And so like Don as a parent, right? Like you are helping align your child so that they will be successful in this world. You've experienced life. You understand things, right? I'm a parent as well. If you want to be successful in college, in professional, in anything, there are certain principles, right? There was a guy I played with, Adrian Wilson, for the Arizona Cardinals. And he played for like 8-9 years. He's an executive now for Arizona. And I was like, dude, how do you
almost
be great?
Jacksonville.
Bingo, almost Jacksonville. Should have been Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Not going to go there.
Yeah. We have to break. But, yes.
But anyways, the long and short of it is he talked about just hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
There's no secret sauce or pill or other. It's just hard work and dedication. Some people are afraid of the work, right? Yeah. And we get it in the media industry. Like, Don, I couldn't imagine the things you've had to climb and the obstacles you've had to go through, right? But you have to hard work, dedication, then there's other stuff you have to be able to maneuver to grow. And so you get it. maybe come talk to our team. Come talk to UT. Come talk to UT.
I think Slay
You
needs to
should go talk to Texas. You should go talk to.
Yeah, we got Don Davenport saying the real UT.
Where you going after this? Because she gonna go with you.
No,
you're supposed to go home. So you might as well take her to Texas. Can't come back to Tennessee acting like this.
Tennessee is not good.
Acho, I know a lot of.
Okay, no. Hendon Hooker is real.
Okay.
Right? Hypo,
Okay.
legit.
Okay.
Y'all could put up points.
Okay.
They moved up like 100 spots in offense.
15 players not on scholarship. We were under the limit and still did what we did. But what you saying?
But I'm just saying, like, should I go there, Don?
Texas should not be in the position they are
we got
before
people looking
Tennessee
at their time. Like, when you talk about the teams in the SEC, big bad SEC,
it means more.
You mentioned Alabama. Oh, it just means more. How's y'all's bowl game record? So you talk about Alabama. You talk about sometimes LSU championship a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
You talk about Georgia, obviously. You list teams, and oftentimes Tennessee's just not on that list.
Well,
it's not Missouri.
Neither is Texas.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to see the growth.
If y'all didn't have your own network, I'm gonna be real. Y'all probably would have been banished.
Well,
y'all would have
Texas
been
isn't on
banished
the
from
list
college
right now
football.
either.
Acho.
I mean, Texas has this is my
You can hear me.
question
I know
to
you can
you.
hear me.
We have to break. We're like
Okay,
way
all
past.
right.
But this is my question
won't
to
stop.
you.
Hold on, Don.
The
Before you ask,
recruiting
are you still upset with me about the spring game? Is this?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry.
I
Acho,
am.
that's what started all of
Don,
this.
That did start
I
all
am
of
legitimately sorry.
Oh no.
I did not know.
No.
I am so sorry.
No, it's all
it will
good.
not happen again.
Hey,
It's
Sam,
all-
thanks for coming on,
Yes.
man. We appreciate it. It was
How
fun.
about this?
Don,
When
don't do it to me.
Texas is in the SEC, we'll have you back on for
Got
a
to.
full segment.
That's like 2025, but I appreciate it.
You know
Boy,
it's
y'all
not gonna
running,
take
boy. You
that
can't run
long.
that long.
I'm ready.
Y'all can't run
We've
that
been
long.
ready. What
Y'all
else-
can't run that long.
Tell me
The contract has been signed. Y'all walking in there.
Tell me one thing good about Tennessee.
Thank y'all for Rick Barnes.
Oh, there you go.
I'm trying to
Rick
extend
Barnes.
my. Look, y'all, I'm extending my hand. He won't
We
shake it.
have to break.
Okay, we're going to break.
Todd Berg coming up next. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Acho.
104.5 The Zone.